What's up, everybody? I am outside with Moose at a park, and we're gonna be working on some off-leash obedience things. So have the leash with me. Don't have my short leash like I used in my last off-leash video with Lego, which is gonna be a little bit hard with teaching down, so I'm just probably use his collar if I ever need him to down. We're gonna work on just doing some off-leash things, and we're just gonna talk about off-leash behaviors while we enjoy our walk. It is raining, but we're still out here. No matter if it's raining or not, we're still out here. So let's get to it. So we got Mr. Moose here. He is currently almost halfway done with the first week and still definitely working on a lot of things. I wouldn't say he's fully to the point of doing off-leash behaviors, but for the most part, he's pretty good. So I wanted to discuss off-leash things and what an off-leash dog is. So for me and for many other trainers, an off-leash dog is a dog who can still listen to commands and understand boundaries of being off leash. Come. Sit. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Come on. So a lot of people think that their dog is off leash just because they can do this. Their dog stays close by them when they're walking and they have some recall. There's zero distractions around here because it's raining, so nobody's out. So this is why I brought him out here, because there's not a lot of distractions going on. And so people think just because their dog can do this, that they are off-leash trained and that they could take them places off-leash. But that is far from the truth. Your dog needs to not only be able to do this, but listen to you. So if you call your dog back, no matter the distraction that's coming on, if there's a bunny that just ran by, a squirrel, a deer, somebody else coming by with their dog, you should be able to call your dog to you and them not caring about that distraction. So say there was somebody up ahead walking down with their dog. Instead of Moose running towards them and then me trying to call him back and he's not listening to me, that's then not an off-leash trained dog. He needs to be on leash. But if the distraction is ahead and I call him back and he immediately turns around and comes back to me, that is an off-leash trained dog. So, like I said, a lot of people think their dog is off leash just because they stay near, but there's way more to it than just that. So he's sniffing that right here. I was gonna call him, but he started coming towards me. Hey, I'm not saying you all wet. Come on. So here he's walking in front of me. Moose, come, sit. Good boy. Break, good man. So break is his release command. So while we're on this trail, we're gonna be working on some sit and stays. So I've always mentioned, I never say stay. It's implied in everything I do. He starts to slow down when I'm facing him because he thinks I'm about to tell him to do something. Moose, sit. Good boy. So this, I told him to sit. I should be able to walk away. Moose, break. Good boy. And he still stay in that sit no matter what. So if I told him to sit and then somebody walks by us, he needs to stay in that sit. Even if I tell him not to. Every time I turn around, he thinks I'm about to tell him to do something. He starts slowing down. What do you want me to do? It's okay. I want him to walk a little bit faster. Moose, come. So I could also speed him up too. He wants to walk to behind. I'm going to call him his name. I want him up here. I don't want him too far behind me. Rather him be walking next to me or in front. He go a little bit behind if he's trying to sniff something. But for the most part, I want him where I can see him in front of me. So we're not going to work on too much downs, like I said, because I forgot my short leash and we're still working on him doing downs with no assistance. And the leash right now is what we're using to help get into those downs. If you want to learn how to teach your dog to lay down with no treats, you can watch my video I did not too long ago with Lego, where I teach you how to teach your dog to lay down with just a leash and a collar. Moose, come. Good boy. Once he gets up to me, I'm gonna have him sit. Moose, sit. Good boy. I'm gonna walk away. Moose, come. All the way. Sit. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Good. So with Moose, we're still working a lot on place. So I like a dog who can place on an object without the leash. For him, objects that are taller than him, I'm still using the leash to get him to place on things like a bench or in the car. The place cot side of the house that we use with the clients, he is really good at that. I tell him place, he'll walk right on it. But things that involve him having to jump up, we're still working on that. So once we get back to that park over there, I'm going to leash him back up. We're gonna work on some place things. So it's still week 1. I'm not really too concerned with getting rid of the leash on week 1, but I like to start doing a little bit of off-leash things just so I can really see where the training is at. So for me today, this is showing that 1, his come is good. I like when I tell him come, that he comes right away, and it's fast too. He's not just walking slowly towards me, he starts running. Break is really good, he understands that. His sit, a little bit slow. I want it to be faster. As soon as I say sit, you immediately stop and put your butt on the ground. I'm not going to work on distant sits yet. That we will start working on that later on into week 2. And that's basically is that no matter where he is, if he's super far ahead of me or super far behind, or even right next to me, if I just tell him sit, he immediately stops. So he immediately stops and sits down. A lot of dogs, when you tell them sit from a distance, they won't sit, they'll start walking towards you. So I want to work on him sitting from a distance. No matter where he is, I tell you sit, that's where you sit down. So we're heading up on to this park. Leash, his off leash, just being generally around me is really good. He's not running off, and he's listening really well when I tell him come. We're going to start practicing this later on next week in more high distraction environments. But for right now, I like the low distraction, just so I can keep his attention and really focus on seeing where the training is at right now. All right, so I found something that I was starting to work on him with place with that's a little bit easier. So things like that bench, these benches, stuff that's a little bit higher for him to jump up on has been difficult for him to do it without the leash. So working it on this, because I really just want the foundation that place is not just the kite at home. It's any object I tell you to jump onto. So we're gonna work on it right here without the leash, just so he can get an understanding. We're gonna start with the stairs, and then I'm gonna have him jump on this part without the stairs. There he is, rolling around in the grass. Moose, come here, sit. Good, look at his face. Moose, place, here, sit. Good boy. Break. Yeah, good boy. Oh, he knocked into my phone on that break, and then he knocked into my phone, and then it stopped recording because it turned off. But I love that, because break is meant for them to get excited. That's the reward. So I love that he's really understanding that. And when I tell him break, that he just gets all happy. So we're gonna work on this again. He's sitting here. Moose, place. Good boy. Sit. Break. Good boy. He just runs into me. I like it. Good boy. All right, I'm gonna do that one more time. Moose, come, sit. See, we've been working on the reps of him getting on that. So I always have, once a dog starts to understand it, I have them sit first, so they don't start just going up it on their own. So having him sit first, and then me telling him place, so he understands to go up on to the object and not just following and going through the motions. So working on that again. Moose, place, sit. Good boy. Break. Good boy. You crazy man. I don't want the biting. I'm fine with him getting excited, but if he starts the biting, that's too much. Good boy. So I stopped that immediately. He starts trying to bite me. All right. So now we're gonna work on him jumping up from this part right here. Still not crazy high, but we're removing a component. Moose, sit. I don't want him facing away from it. Just to make it easier, I want the object straight in front of him. So I'm gonna turn him around. Moose, come, sit. Good boy. So from right here, we're gonna work on that. Moose, place. There we go, good boy, sit. So I told him sit, he laid down. I'm just gonna fix this. Sit, good. Break, good boy. Good. So that's a step in the right direction. Now he's starting to jump up. Then later on in the week, we'll start working on not using the leash for things like that in the bench over there, and more higher objects. And him jumping in the car by himself too. Moose, sit. We're just gonna do this one more time. We're gonna end it here. Place. Moose, going too far. Moose, come. Sit. Good boy. Back up some. Create some distance. Still, I tell him sit. He needs to stay there. Break. Come in here. Come on. Oh, good boy. So, all right, we're gonna head back to the car now. I was gonna work on him sitting a little bit more on our way there, and then that would be the end of our off-leash session today. It's gonna work on more stuff inside the house since it's rainy. I don't want him to be wet all day, so we're gonna just continue training inside the home, work on more in-home behavior, and then pick this up back tomorrow and continuing to progress on his place and him jumping up on higher objects and getting used to the word place, and that it means you jump onto what I point to and you sit and stay there till I release you or tell you another command. So I'm gonna work on sit and stay right here. Once we get up to this turn, I'm gonna have him sit. Wait. Moose, come. Sit. Good. Walk away again. Moose, break. Good boy. He's just a happy little puppy. Alright guys, I hope this video was informational for you guys, and then I'm going to end it here with Moose today, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.